So, unusually, we're going to go straight into some objections. You might be thinking like, Tim, I've tried to get my clients to do this before. I'm sitting here and I'm presenting this video saying how to record your photo video. Tim, I tried to get my clients to do this before. They won't do it. We end up in an argument. I don't want to feel like I'm being selfish. This isn't just about me. What happens if they don't like to do it, right? And I get all that. So I'm going to go over that. These are that important though. I show you why this is right for them. And of course it's right for you as well, but why it is right for them. Remember, at this point also, it is a beta version, right? So you are innately giving them an opportunity to work with you for less than the investment will be in the future. And part of that is you want the case studies, right? What to bring to the second coaching call. So if we think about what I just showed on the other video, where it fits in, this is between, you ask them to do it on coaching call 1 and they bring it to coaching call 2. It's the only asset that you need to really bring. Why are we doing this then, right? So the client knows exactly how to take them. There are clients will get it wrong. Okay, so there are some challenges. We're doing this video because I want you to understand how to overcome objections, which may well happen. Clients get a little bit grumpy like the little dog there. Now, we need to understand and approach that with just such empathy. Listen, and this is a lesson quickly. If we've not been overweight, it's hard to understand what it feels like. One of the things that I think as a coach is a really important thing is to create more and more empathy, because it can be frustrating if someone doesn't do something and we don't get it. Someone said to me the other day, they're like, I'm learning more empathy. I didn't know what it felt like to be overweight. I've always been in good shape, right? You're working with clients, by the way, that probably haven't ever. And if they have, they feel so far away from that. So when I say overcome objections, which may happen, you're not beating someone over the head. You're just understanding them that you're putting an arm around them, right? This is why this is so important. And this comes up so much at this point. Now, it might not, by the way. Your client might just be like totally cool and get it done, right? Which is awesome. But warning, right? Even when clients are happy to do it, they often do it incorrectly. I've asked FitPro people that I've helped do this, and they still do it incorrectly. And I've asked them to do it in the right way. So it is important that we do coach our clients to do it correctly. And here's why it's important. Because I showed you on the last video, or one of the videos before this, around using these as in real-time coaching tools. If they do it in different outfits, in different lighting, different times of the day, loads of junk in the background, it's really hard to see the differences as they go. This is really important. So we do need to educate them, sell them, persuade them, get them to do it in the right way. Sometimes we just need to also like bring some strength at this point. And especially if they do it incorrectly the first time, we still ask them to do it again. Because it is really important because of exactly what I just said. It's the in-time stuff that we use them for. So it's a short 4-minute video as normal. You do it on your phone when you're making it. We want you to have decent lighting and a decent background. And that's a big part of what you're going to ask your client to do. So what's the structure? I'll probably approach this with a little bit more of an energy of empathy. Hey, so great to start our first coaching call. Really looking forward to the progression we're going to make over this week. As I said to you in the call, what I would like us to do is get some photos now. Straight away, look, I get that you might be totally cool doing this, by the way, and lots of people are. But there's also people that I've worked with dozens of times where they're like, I'm just a bit unsure. So look, let's get this out of the way. If you're feeling nervous about doing this, it's totally normal, and I totally get that. But here's why we really, really need them. When we get to the end of the 12 weeks, we want to have seen the progression you've made. And this is what clients say to me at the end of the 12 weeks. They're like, Tim, I'm so happy that you persuaded me to do that, because I can see the difference. And I've never liked looking at myself. In fact, I've probably not had photos. I don't take photos. But I would now know that if I hadn't done it, I'd really regret it, because my God, look at the difference. So listen, I really want you to be that same person. I want you to be able to see the difference. The reality of the situation is what it is. Look, let's imagine that I don't know, we were working on money, savings, that kind of thing, right? Imagine someone was doing that. One of the things you might start with is saying, look, can we have a look at what your bank account says and what your savings account says and what your credit cards say? Because we would just want to see where they are. Now, what that wouldn't do, by the way, is it wouldn't change the situation that they're in financially. We're just shining a light on it. Now, that person might not want to see that, but you could see, right, that that's probably an important thing that they start with, because we need to see the reality of the situation. And look, to be honest, it might be, and it's more than likely that the reality of the situation is something that you're not happy with. I guess otherwise we wouldn't be working together. But the awesome thing is you've made that decision, and this is a big part of how we're going to keep showing the progression that you're making. I'm really looking forward to seeing these. We do these every couple of weeks, and I'm going to look forward to you seeing the difference and going, and this is what my clients say. They're like, oh my God, look, you can see the difference, right? Of course, we're going to take measurements, but photos really bring an emotion out in us. And I want you to feel really proud when you start to see the difference, right? You could be sitting there thinking, yeah, but I don't need the photos because I can just see. It's actually really hard. It's not very easy to see the difference because you spend every single day with yourself. I'll tell you what, if you're really uncomfortable, this is something that I offer my clients, right? Is that you don't even have to look at these if you don't want to. You can take them, you can just keep them, and all I'm going to do is ask you to have them. And when we start taking the others, I'm going to start putting them together and we'll see the difference, right? Maybe we don't do that until week 2 or week 4. Maybe it's like you just don't want to see them and you're fine for me to. Now, I will say at this point, it's really important that these will not go anywhere unless you give me permission, and they stay between me and you unless that's okay. So no one's going to see these until you said it's okay. Again, what a lot of my clients tell me is that when they see the difference at the end of the 12 weeks, they're like, oh my God, yeah, please show everyone. Or maybe they're not quite like that, but they're just like, I would be more than happy. And one thing that I know from working with people is that when they've done the transformation, they actually really like to be able to motivate other people. I've lost count of the times that I've had clients say, oh my God, look at how well Bob did. If I could only do that. And that's something that I think is really cool for you when you make that progression, that you'll become one of those people that learn, oh, if only I could do what that person did. I think it's a really nice way of giving back as well. So there's a couple of things that I want you to be aware of. And these are really important, okay? So I need you to listen up because I do need you to do this. White, plain background, not lots of stuff, lots of clutter, or just stuff in the background anyway. So I want you to do this in front of a white, plain background. I want you to do it at the same time each day. Reason being is that light coming in can have a big difference. I want you to do it in the same lighting. So again, do it at the same time of day. I would suggest that you get someone else to do it for you, because it makes it much easier. Now, if you're not happy with that, that's fine. You can do it yourself, but it is easier to get someone to do it for you. I'd like you to do it in the same outfit. So each week, that can make a big difference depending on how tightly cut the outfit is. Now, as far as the outfit goes, and this is kind of going to be something that you're probably wondering. In a way, the more that we can see as far as your body structure, the more we can see the progression. But I will always manage that with what you feel comfortable doing. So let's start there. I only want you to do what you feel comfortable doing. Ideally, if you're a guy, it would be in boxer shorts or short shorts. If you're a female, it would be just in some short shorts and just like a crop top or something like that. Now, again, I would like you to feel comfortable, and that's the number one rule. What would be difficult is if we're doing it in just like a big baggy t-shirt and big baggy trousers. It's very hard. So if you are feeling like I'm not sure about that, but look, I really, really hope that you're okay with doing this. I've done this a lot of times with people before. That will make your experience a lot easier and a lot better, I should say, because you will see the difference. If not, then maybe it's just a tighter top and then maybe some leggings or something if you're a female. If you're a guy, I'm going to be a bit blunt, like boxer shorts, it's all right, just do it. So really looking forward to those weeks ahead where we actually start to see the progression that you made and you say, Tim, you were right. I'm so happy that I did that. Looking forward to the next coaching call. Speak soon. So, like the how of that video, the what to do is quite short. I'm tackling objections quite a lot. So you can do as much or little of that as you want, but it does help. Again, like Tim, what happens if they don't do it? They've not done it before. Fine. With all of that, that's a coaching process that I've just done there. I'm getting in front of objections. I'm showing empathy. I'm helping them with stories and metaphors and, you know, and I'm using lots of these techniques, right? So hopefully now most people will do it. If they don't, as I said, you're going to get a video on how to follow this up and you can have the conversation in the next coaching call as opposed to chasing them via email. Chasing them via email is not always the best thing to do, certainly not repeatedly, because there's a reason why people aren't doing things. What's the action point on this one is just post in the group. Before photo, video, done. Speak soon.